That makes no sense. You have to pull the camera out of its case to turn it on. Then I can put it back in, and it'll do the like preview thing on the screen. What's that? That's a little preview screen. I don't know. This thing's weird. I was gonna go and drive a little bit, talk about the suspension setup on the car again. It's kind of like an update. How do I get to preview to like state? I'm actually messing with this thing a lot. I get used to filming with this thing. But anyway, on to the car. Last video had coilovers on it. It was sitting really nice, but didn't ride very well. I cut the bump stops a little bit, but I ended up swapping the stock shocks that I put back on to try and regain some ride quality out of it. I ended up swapping the shocks out to just the normal, like, replacement Bilstein shocks, and swapping to BMR's normal, like 1.5 inch drop springs. They're 160 pounds. Though with how low I had the front of the car, it looked weird because it was rated so much. Like, had the BMR springs on. I ended up swapping those back to the coilover springs, but I left the Bilstein shocks on. Now I dropped the front back down, and it's hard to get a normal angle with this thing. Holy shit. But put the adjustable springs back on the back, lower the front back down, so now it sits like this again. Nice and pretty and low. So there's that. Car doesn't ride as well, yeah, obviously. Clearly has like negative wheel gap. Wonder where this thing's rubbing it. But kind of debating on moving or lowering the back down too, because I feel like I had it a little bit lower than this before. So I may do that, may not, I don't know. Or 30 so. Has like you can kind of like put your finger in it, but you have to kind of like go up to do it. But I also cut the rear bump stops some more. It has the like Ford Performance Jounce bumpers. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can shine my phone flashlight in there. See if you can see this. Yeah, you can kind of see it, I think. There's like maybe an inch between the bump stop and the frame, so that helped with the ride quality a lot, cutting it even more. But yeah, that's basically it. I got this thing. What the fuck? I got it back down pretty damn low. That's impressive that it's still going. It looks pretty out here. But yeah, that's basically it with this thing. Oh, no. It's not. No, it's not. I got the Dynavan. Or the Dynavan radio. Got it in. Liking it so far. Because the stock radio had the blinking clock of death. So it's nice having a radio again. Not having to use a fucking Bluetooth speaker. What the fuck? But yeah, that's basically it. Camaro has a coolant leak right now, so I can't drive it. Need to figure it out. Haven't really had time to look at it that in-depthly. Thought it might have been leaking from one of the bolts. That's kind of what it looked like. So I pulled all the water pump bolts out and resealed those. It's still leaking, so might be gaskets or something. I don't know. The water pump's basically brand new. It might have 2,000 miles on it, so yeah, I'm not saying new parts don't have their failures and shit, but hopefully not. I don't really want to put another one on it, considering I just got that one. But as for the Camaro, other than the coolant leak, part of me does kind of want to sell the small block and sell all the other small block stuff I have. Ignore this. I need to get TPMS sensors put in these wheels. It's annoying. Kind of want to sell all the small block stuff and swap it to something else. Really liking that something else, but nobody's done it. Part of me kind of wants to do that, but it's a lot of money. And then the car's gonna be down for however long it takes that to get done. I like driving that car, and I only have 2 cars. I have this thing, which I daily drive, and then the Camaro. I kind of want at least one of them to be able to work at all times, which means generally this thing. But at the same time, if I ever do have a problem out of this thing, I can still drive the Camaro, other than the coolant leak right now. But it generally works. And so if I start pulling the motor out of it and doing a swap that nobody's done on that car, that kind of throws me out of being able to supercharge this thing. Probably won't get done anytime soon, but I would like to. But for the time being, it's like, do I supercharge it, turbo it, or even thought about doing like a 200 shot of nitrous? Because it needs something. Probably going to end up doing 373s, 390s, or 410s. Because it's 323s with a T5, which it's a fairly decently built small block. The combination's good, but I think the gears make it feel really, really slow, especially when like I daily drive this. Out of the box, this thing's stock. It has axle backs. Well, it makes 420 horsepower. Everybody knows that. But this car is also a factory 373 geared car with the MT82. Fifth is 1-to-1. The gears are really, really short. Alright, here. Do a little test. There's first gear. 2,000 RPM, and I'm at like 10 miles an hour. So, this is second gear. It's usually easier to just start off in second than trying to start off in first, just because it's hard to get first smooth every time because it is so short. Second's honestly closer to what first gear is in the Camaro. I think second gear in this thing is literally the same ratio as first gear in like a TH400. So there's that. But yeah, mainly debating on doing either a turbo or two, or nitrous. Because nobody really makes any superchargers for small blocks anymore. Like Edelbrock has their H122, I think it is, but doesn't have any intercooling at all. I don't have the hood clearance for the blower to begin with, so I'd have to either run it with no hood or put a cowl hood on it. There's a bug. So I kind of want to do like a small cowl hood, but like I'm short, I can't do some like 4-inch cowl hood or something. Like I won't be able to see. So there's that. That's like could do like supercharger, a plate system, and like run a little bit like a very small shot of nitrous or like water meth injected or something. But it's that high. Then it seems more like a band-aid to an issue that is using that as like your setup, you know? It feels more like a band-aid. So then toward doing a turbo, like then I have to change the exhaust again and all that stuff on the CX Racing kit, which I think is like the only one anybody makes for a 3rd gen anymore. It's not that high quality of a kit. It's cheap, yes, but I want the car to be reliable. It's never really been super reliable. It's always just like had its little things. Man, it's a project car. But it's like some of the stuff has like been ridiculous over the years. So like we've never had any problems of some of the stuff I've used, but then it somehow ends up being a problem only on that car. Like even to my other cars, I don't have issues like I do have that car. But it's like, okay, what if I do a nitrous kit and to make sure the bottle's full and to turn the bottle on, because I would mount it there, like right behind the, because the car doesn't have a back seat, so it'd just be like right behind the console. I could just, you know, reach back, you know, turn it on or turn it off, whatever. It's like I don't need a remote bottle opener, so that cuts out like $400 or something. Might need a bottle heater, I don't know. My dad has nitrous on his truck, but I haven't never really looked into it that far. That's his daily driver. He doesn't use that much. I use it just like messing around every, you know, now and then. But like, it's not really worth it if you're just like messing around like what I do. Like I don't race people, I just like, you know, mess around, filling like the push and stuff. And it's like if I do that, I get, you know, kind of addicted to making say 600, which I feel like I will. Probably gonna be going through nitrous bottles a lot, having to get it refilled. And it's like at that point, do you just actually boost it instead of doing nitrous and like having to make sure the bottle's on and all this other stuff to make sure it makes that extra power? And you have to have the auxiliary fuel system and run, you know, race gas in it. Or you could dump 93 in the auxiliary system and it just dump 93 in there, back down the timing, but I would just run like 110 or something, C16, and just run it at whatever timing it's set at, and I have to back it down. So, kind of where I'm at. Gonna be making another video on the Camaro, like probably mainly just the Camaro. May include this thing a little bit in just like a life section of it, kind of thing. But it's mainly gonna be about the Camaro and like the story of the Camaro. A build breakdown of it. Everything it's done to it, everything I want to do to it. Basically what I did with the last video of this thing. But it'll be a lot more in-depth because there's a lot more done to it. I've had it for a lot longer. Done a lot to it. Done basically everything you can do to a third gen with that car. Go over some of the issues I've had out of it. Are kind of like odd issues, like things to avoid, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. Need to get the Camaro's video filmed. Need to get it fixed. Yeah, that's it. Basically, just wanted to go over. I'll give you all an update on where Mustang's at. Got the new radio in. Loving the new Donovan radio. This thing's nice. Just having a radio in general is nice. Especially because this is a shaker car. So it's not the Shaker 1000, but it's Shaker 500. So it's still nice. Especially compared to like the Camaro's radio. It has the like doubled in touchscreen radio. It has CarPlay and all that stuff. It's nice. But it's just like, I think the speakers are, I was about to say Pioneers, they're kicker speakers all throughout it. Like, it doesn't have a sub, car doesn't have a headliner, it doesn't have any sound deadening other than like the, what's it called, whatever backing it is on the carpet. It has the like insulation under the carpet. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It has that, and that's basically it. Other than there's a little bit of, I think some like Amazon sound deadening or something in the doors. But that was mainly just so when you close the door, it, you know, it's more like that instead of bang bang metal. Especially when I didn't have the door panels on it yet. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna film this, or not film this. I'm gonna go edit this tonight. I'm gonna try to get it up tonight or in the morning. And yeah, that's it. So. I'll see ya. Turn off. Turn off. You had to turn off.